We're back for our third season with Bath City, and today we've got matches against Yeovil and Bromley. Let's see if we can get a good start to this league and go up with an automatic promotion this time. Hello and welcome back to episode 17 of our non-league to legend series, where we attempt to go from non-league football to winning the Champions League. As I said in the intro, today we've got matches against Yeovil and Bromley, both of who performed very, very well in the league last season, as did we, but I think they were in the playoffs and we weren't. We are going to try and aim this season for a minimum of the playoffs, but realistically we want to fight for automatic promotion and do better than our poor performance at the end of last season. Obviously, we did win the FA trophy, but our league performance, not as good as it could have been towards the second half of the season. We have made our transfers. We are ready to go. If you haven't seen our transfers, go back and watch last episode. We did all the transfers in that one. Although one thing I didn't mention in that one, which I think is worth looking at, is we haven't actually spent any of our transfer budget yet. So we still have the full £32,000 in there. Obviously, we've lost a little bit for signing on fees and stuff like that. But globally, we haven't actually spent any transfer budget yet. Equally, we've still got, I think that's about £1,500 in the bank ready as well if we do see any more players that we think could improve the team. For now though, we're going to get straight into our first match of the season against Yeovil. This is the team that we are going to be using for that match. It is Scott in goal, a back four of Alici, Johnson, Martinez and Clark. Clayton in the defensive midfield position, Owens and McLeod in midfield, Morgan out on the left, Hilton out on the right and Thomas up front. We've also got 4 new signings and a loanee that has returned as well. He's worth a look at. Oliver Turner. He's been out on loan at Gloucester last season, played 45 games for them, has come back. Definitely looks like he will be more than capable of playing a role for us this season. He's got some good potential. He's only 19. Definitely will be playing some matches for us this season. We are saying Pablo Martinez is lacking in max sharpness, so we could put Clark over here and then we could bring on Brian Vore instead over on that side. That probably makes a bit more sense if we're saying already before we even start that Martinez is already knackered. I don't really want him breaking 5 minutes into the first game and putting us on the back foot. As always though guys, if you do enjoy today's episode and if you are enjoying the series, please do drop a like down below on the video. It would be very, very much appreciated. It really does help us out with the YouTube algorithm and getting this video out to some people who might not have seen it yet. How do we think we're going to do this season though? Obviously last season I think we finished 8th. We finished just outside the playoff positions, 4 points outside of those ones. Massively overachieved. But now we need to go out and massively overachieve again. That's an interesting formation. A 4-5-1? What do you even call that? Is that a 6-3? I don't know what that formation is. It doesn't look too attacking from Yeovil though. It looks a bit like, to me, like they've come here to set up shop. We obviously are at home, so they are away. We're just going to change this as well. I watched a couple of the pre-season friendlies on extended highlights so I can get a bit of an idea if our tactical formation is working. We've got a highlight straight from the off here though. Hilton out to Brian Vore. Owens now holding up the ball outside the area. McLeod, Brian Vore, Thomas, Hilton. We're 1-0 up. Not even 30 seconds into the new season. Yeovil, I don't think, have even touched the ball yet. And already 1-0 up from us there. Brian Vore, Owens, we just played with the ball around the blocks. Outplayed Yeovil massively there. It's basically non-league tiki-taka here from Bath City. What a fantastic start to the season. That's exactly what you want. 1 shot, 1 on target, 1 goal, and technically I believe at the time it happened 100% possession in the match as well. Not very often you are going to get that in a match. Does put us top of the league, if only momentarily, because we are the early kickoff in the game. In between matches as well, I'll quickly give you a glance at what my tactical sort of formation looks like, what our tactical instructions more importantly are, how we've changed them compared to last season to try and better ourselves and better Bath City's results. We've gone and conceded one in under 50 minutes though. Debut goal for whoever that is, and the elation of a very early goal and being top of the league not lasted very long, as it turned out. We're going to demand more from the team there. Wasn't quite really good enough. We are definitely ahead in the game on terms of match stats, but I don't want to be losing or drawing our first game even. I want to be going out and putting our flag, plant that one in the ground for the rest of the season, and let the rest of the league know that we are the guys that need to be beaten this season. Good to see though that Thomas, even though he is playing a striker, got an assist there on his debut. If nothing else, that's a bit of a strange corner. Yeovil have kind of deal with it. We've tried to get a shot away there as well. It's just been blocked. Clayton's got the ball back, kind of, but he's been tackled. But he has managed to keep hold of it. Owen's now out to Morgan, our new signing, into Thomas. Thomas with a chance there to get a goal on his debut and just spoons that one into the crowd. Very, very annoying. I do kind of want him to hit the ground running as well. Morgan seems like he has so far, though. I say that right as he loses the ball, but up until then, he was looking fantastic. Owens here then, Clayton, Clark now, back to Owens. We'll just keep the ball nicely. We have got a work the ball into the box instruction on, as opposed to either hitting early crosses or nothing at all, which is what we were playing with last season. And we can definitely see the improvement in keeping hold of the ball. And that is the second goal of the match here for Hilton. He looks like he's hitting this new season running. He wasn't fantastic last season. He's been decent in pre-season, and he definitely looks up for it this match. Maybe just changing him to attacking, because I don't think he was constantly on attacking last season, has helped a little bit. That's 2 he's put in that have basically looked identical, and it's 11 shots for us so far against Yeovil's 2, 60% possession. We are looking like a team that's going to be in form this season if this first half against Yeovil is anything to go by. Half time, and we are winning the match 2-1 though. We're very happy to match shots on target, guys. Keep that up. I'd like to see a goal from Thomas, really. If we could have one, that would be fantastic. Brian Vall there has got a yellow card, so we'll just tell him to ease off of tackles. Is it Brian Vall? Brian Wall? I don't know. We might just call it Brian. Brian got his yellow card anyway. We're still doing pretty well in this match. We're not getting very many highlights in this second half, but we are winning. So I guess we have to accept that and be all right with that at the moment. 68th minute then, probably time for some substitutions for us. Everyone's playing pretty well. Dylan Morgan, bizarrely, has got the worst rating on the pitch, and I really don't think he's been playing that badly. But we will bring on Cozier Dewberry and change that to a winger on attack for his debut as well. And I guess everyone else looks all right at the moment, so we'll just keep it as it is, wait a few more minutes, see if anyone drops into that red heart. It's a corner for us here. McLeod. We're missing Alan or maybe Steve on that near post, definitely. Johnson here. Clark. We are recycling possession off of the corner though, which is quite nice. Hilton holding up the ball nicely now. Can he get it to the byline? He gets a cross in. Josh Thomas with a header. Does it stand? It does. It stands, and he has scored on his debut. Is Thomas going to be the striker that we were missing last season? Definitely last season, as we saw in the season review at the start of last episode, we were definitely missing a good striker here. Hilton has had a fantastic match, 2 goals and now an assist as well for him. We are saying he's tired, but I can't bear to think about bringing him off. I think we've just got to leave him just in case he does manage to get himself a 3rd goal and get a hat-trick on the first day of the season. Turner though, we're going to bring on for McLeod, and I guess we could bring someone up front here, but I don't really have anyone on the bench that I can do that with. Brian Vaughan is on a yellow card, so potentially we could bring on Will Andyapan. He's quite useful because he can play across the entire back 4 at least pretty capably, so we'll bring him on for our 3rd substitution as well, and hopefully that's the right call, not bringing Hilton off and he doesn't go and get himself injured or something now, because he's been really good in this first match of the season. Hopefully he can carry that form on into our match against Bromley, which is the one just after this one. Looks like it's going to be on the day a fairly comfortable win here for us, really. We do see Yeovil in possession here. They could go up and nick a last minute goal. They're not going to. We're going to regain possession. It's a ball in front of Turner here. Turner drilling that one from outside the area. Probably had more time than he realised to get into the box and pick out a pass, but he hasn't done that on this occasion. He's making, I believe, his Bath City debut. I don't think he's played a match for us before. Like I said, he was out on loan the entirety of last season. I think he is someone who's come up potentially from our youth team. I'm not entirely sure about that, though. It might be someone we signed on a free. I'd have to double check that in a minute. Again, Yeovil on the ball here, but we've only got 10-15 seconds left on the clock. They've played it back to their goalkeeper, which we're not going to worry about at all. We are definitely pressing a lot more. Clayton just hooking the ball there forward for Thomas to run onto, but the goalkeeper's managed to get hold of it. But it doesn't matter because it's a 3-1 win for us here. Very, very nice work. We're going to be very, very happy with that. And hopefully we can just carry that on now into the match against Bromley. And here is our lineup for the match against Bromley. We've got Scott in goal again, Alici, Johnson, Martinez and Bryan as our back four. Murphy, Owens and McLeod in midfield. Cozier, Duberry out on the left. Fletcher on the right and Morgan up front. We've basically had to rotate just due to fatigue from the last match. These matches aren't happening very, very far apart, to be honest, which is always a little bit of a concern. I'm just going to sort out my substitutes quickly. There we go. Sorted all of those out. Just so, as I was saying before, we'll have a quick look as well so I can show you the tactical style. We've basically gone with working into space, standard passing, but a higher tempo now. In terms of the transition, we're distributing to fullbacks and centre-backs, countering and counter-pressing as well. We've got a higher defensive line, higher line of engagement, and we are triggering that press more often. So it's a lot more of a higher intensity style of play than we had last season, but it fits in more with the club culture and what the board are demanding, and equally so far in all of the pre-season friendly, and as we saw last match, it does seem to be working a bit better. I guess we'll reserve judgment and we'll see how we do against Bromley for this match. We might go out here and get absolutely plumbled. It's a match away from home. It's in the league and it's against a team that realistically had a very, very good chance of being promoted last season. As we said, I think they finished 5th. So they weren't far above us, but they obviously were in the playoffs and we weren't. So, you know, better than us. It is a free kick here for them. No, they've cut that one through nicely. Bryan has just cut down Whitley in the box. It's going to be a penalty inside the first 10 minutes here for Bromley. That's not an ideal start unless Scott here can make himself a hero, but he cannot do that, and instead we are going to go 1-0 down inside the first 10 minutes. We just encourage the team here. That is pretty unfortunate. Bryan has got a yellow card though for the second match in a row, and that is something we're going to have to keep an eye on this season. Scott opting to play the ball out with his feet there rather than pick it up, which is an interesting choice given he was in the box when he first got hold of the ball. We've tried the long ball forward there and it hasn't really come off. They've cut us apart there again as well. So when I said this formation was doing quite well, what I actually meant was it's awful and we're going to get torn apart unless we've got our absolute first choice 11 on, apparently. No. This is not what we want. Admittedly, they have had 2 shots and both of them have gone in so far. One of them obviously being a penalty, so less than ideal. We've got better possession stats here, but equally we are 2-0 down, so the possession doesn't really matter at this point. Hopefully we can come back and get something from this match, but right now we're not really looking like we're going to get anything. Every time we get a highlight, it's Bromley who have hold of the ball. What is that? That was an ambitious, I assume, half volley there from the Bromley player. Either way, it's not on target. We can't let them be doing stupid stuff like that outside the box, really. We need to be closing them down a bit quicker, putting our foot in, getting a tackle in, doing something and not letting them just do what they want, which is what we seem to be doing currently. As I said, we have got more shots than Bromley currently, but, you know, it doesn't matter. Their ones have gone in. our ones haven't. We're going to tell the team we have not been good enough in front of goal. We need to sort that out very, very quickly. We have got Morgan up front. Obviously, we had him out left last time because Thomas was a bit tired coming into this match. But even so, I can't really... Again, this is what I mean about needing potentially better option out on the right, because we are playing Fletcher and he's not ideal. And we've had to drop Thomas and bring Morgan in. And instantly, we do look a lot less threatening up front. And we are 63 minutes in. And based on this performance, really, this is why I want to bring in Thomas on, but I can't do so at the moment because he's not on my subs bench. Dylan Morgan looking in danger of being booked though. Hilton was fantastic last match, so potentially we bring Fletcher up front and put Hilton there, I guess, something like that. So we're playing Fletcher as a pressing forward and Hilton out on that wing position, which is where he played last match and did really, really well. And then I guess Charlie Owens comes off and we put Sharif on there because he's looking pretty tired. Lewis McCloy's looking pretty tired as well. We'll give him another 5 minutes or so and potentially we'll have to bring him off. Free kick here for us. It's played short. That's interesting. That is his second yellow card though. And that does mean they're down to 10 men. And that does mean we probably need to be going attacking here. I think this is probably about as attacking as I can go though, without opening us up too much at the back. I am going to change Alici into a wing back on attack position so we can bring him forward a bit. Cozy DeBerry needs to stay like that, as does Hilton. So I guess maybe we could put Murphy on a support role rather than a defend role as well, and just kind of chuck men forward here. See if we can nick a late couple of goals now they're down to their 10 men. Maybe we can outplay them a little bit. Maybe we can tire them out. Maybe we can just kick the ball forward like we just have done and let them have possession. Although that's, if they're going to do that, we're not at risk of conceding another, because that's just a long, long ball forward that's gone to no one really. Johnson here over to Turner. Turner's not been on the field long, so hopefully he has a little bit of pace to him and he can go forward and get one himself or set one up against a, I'd imagine, slightly more tired Bromley team. Ball forward to Fletcher here. It's been nodded on to Cozy DeBerry. Cozy DeBerry just about rounded the goalkeeper and somehow hasn't put that one into the back of the net. I don't really know how he's missed that one at that angle. I don't know if that's a poor shot from him or a fantastic save from their goalkeeper. Our corner is an interesting one. It's been played outside to the edge of the box for a shot. We almost got a goal off of that one as well. Another corner here into Johnson. He's got his head to it. But O'Brien, the Bromley goalkeeper, has got a safe pair of hands this evening. And he's managed to keep hold of it as well. Distribution there from him, though, is a bit interesting. It's only gone as far as us again. Unfortunately, we haven't managed to knock it down to one of our own players. This just seems to be what Bromley are doing now, though. Big long ball forward for us to pick up. It's a ball ahead of Cozy DeBerry again. If he can get to the byline, which he has, and get a cross in, maybe we can make something of it. Nothing come of it there, though. Another ball into the box here for Hilton. First time. It's a goal kick. I think it might have been offside if that had gone in anyway. And we're just throwing everything at them now. This is a thing where we do need a better striker. Obviously, Thomas very good last match. But today we've had 14 shots and so far none of them have gone in. We're on the attack again here though. Sharif out to Murphy. Murphy to Turner now. Playing that out to Johnson. Johnson into Fletcher. Fletcher just not reacting to that one quick enough. And their goalkeepers managed to get hold of it. But again, long distribution only as far as our defenders. Another ambitious ball forward to Turner. Out now to Alici. Alici crossing it into the box. And somehow we still haven't managed to score. Brian now into the box as well. Their goalkeepers punched it. Murphy. Hilton. Hilton with a goal. It does look like to me it was going to be offside. It hasn't. That's Hilton with his third of the season. We finally pulled one back. We've got 10 minutes to find another. Their goalkeeper punching it. Murphy with a header back into the box for Hilton just to react quickest to and tap that one in at the near post, beating their goalkeeper finally on the 15th attempt of this match. And we're still coming forward. Hopefully we can get something out of this if we keep on going. But for the moment, it is Bromley on the counter-attack here. We've got to stop this one quickly. We have managed to stop this one quickly. Sharif now, Fletcher into Hilton. Hilton's been brought down in the box this time. We've been awarded a penalty. Second penalty of the game. Oh my goodness, they're down to 9 men now. And it's a penalty for us. It's going to be Fletcher to take it. Fletcher's just got away with that one, and all of a sudden it's 2-2. We've overcome a 2-goal deficit. They're down to 9 men, and I do wonder here if we can go ahead and get a late winner if we just keep on piling on the pressure here. We encourage the team. I don't think we've got quite enough time to go and do it now. Unless we get a very late highlight here, we're not going to do it, but we are going to manage to pull a point back from the jaws of defeat after going 2-0 down very, very early on in the match. Admittedly, 2 red cards for them, sorry. Definitely helping us on our way there. But we'll take it. It's a win and a draw from our first 2 matches against teams that were in the higher end of the league last season. So definitely teams we need to be beating, and teams that we have managed to go and get 4 points from a possible 6 from this episode. As it stands then, definitely not the worst start to our 3rd season in charge at Bath City. If we can keep up this sort of momentum and we can keep up this sort of attacking emphasis, then I feel like we'll be fine this season and definitely be challenging for that top half playoff automatic promotion sort of slots. As always though guys, if you have enjoyed today's episode and you are enjoying the series, please, as I said before, please do drop a like down below on the video. It does really, really help us out with the YouTube algorithm. If you're not already subscribed, hit the subscribe button as well to become a subscriber to the channel. It's completely free and you get to follow along with the series, and hopefully you won't miss any of the uploads on the channel. Thank you very much for coming over and watching though guys. I will see you over on episode 18.